Did you know that two brothers brutally murdered their own parents in their Beverly Hills mansion? This shocking crime sent ripples through the community and left an indelible mark on the annals of criminal history. On August 20th, 1989, Lyle and Erik Menendez, aged 21 and 18 respectively, shocked the world with their heinous crime. The brothers, who seemed to have it all, from wealth to a privileged upbringing, committed an act so brutal that it left everyone questioning what could have driven them to such an extreme. This case captivated the nation, revealing a twisted tale of family secrets, wealth, and violence. The Menendez brothers' story was not just about the crime itself, but also about the underlying issues that led to such a tragic outcome. It was a narrative that peeled back the layers of a seemingly perfect family to expose the dark underbelly of their lives. The Menendez brothers initially claimed they had stumbled upon the scene of a mafia hit. This story, however, quickly began to unravel as investigators found inconsistencies in their accounts. The brothers' demeanor and actions following the murders did not align with those of grieving sons. However, their lavish spending sprees in the aftermath of the murders raised suspicion. Lyle and Erik went on extravagant shopping trips, purchasing luxury items and living a life of excess. This behavior was a stark contrast to the image of devastated children they tried to portray. As investigators dug deeper, a web of lies, manipulation, and dark family secrets began to unravel. The brothers' claims of abuse and fear of their parents started to surface, adding another layer of complexity to the case. The investigation revealed a family dynamic fraught with tension, control, and alleged abuse. The case of the Menendez brothers became a media sensation, with every twist and turn meticulously documented. The trial was broadcasted on national television, turning it into a spectacle that captivated millions. The public was divided, with some sympathizing with the brothers' claims of abuse, while others saw them as cold-blooded killers. It ignited fierce debates about family dynamics, the influence of wealth, and the role of the justice system. The case raised questions about the impact of wealth on justice, the validity of the brothers' abuse claims, and the extent to which family secrets can drive individuals to commit unthinkable acts. The tragic events of that August night continue to haunt and intrigue us to this day. The Menendez brothers' case serves as a grim reminder of how appearances can be deceiving and how the pressures and secrets within a family can lead to devastating consequences. The Menendez brothers' case remains a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly perfect families. It challenges us to look beyond the facade and consider the hidden struggles that may be present in any household. The story of Lyle and Erik Menendez is a cautionary tale about the potential for violence and tragedy when family secrets are left to fester and grow unchecked. The trial itself was a dramatic affair filled with emotional testimonies, shocking revelations, and intense legal battles. The defense painted a picture of two young men driven to the edge by years of abuse, while the prosecution argued that the murders were premeditated acts of greed. Friends and family members were called to testify, providing glimpses into the Menendez household that were both heartwarming and chilling. These testimonies added depth to the narrative, showing that the truth was far more complex than it initially appeared. Public reaction to the case was intense, with many holding vigils for the victims, while others debated the brothers' guilt and the justice system's handling of the case. The Menendez brothers' trial became a cultural touchstone, reflecting broader societal issues and sparking conversations that continue to this day. In the end, the Menendez brothers were convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Their story remains a haunting example of how deeply buried family secrets and unchecked emotions can lead to unimaginable tragedy. The case of Lyle and Erik Menendez will forever be etched in the collective memory as a shocking crime that revealed the darkest corners of human nature. Lyle and Erik Menendez grew up in a world of privilege and luxury. Their father, Jose Menendez, was a successful entertainment executive, and their mother, Kitty Menendez, was a socialite. The brothers enjoyed a lavish lifestyle, attending elite schools and wanting for nothing. Despite their material wealth, the Menendez household was far from idyllic. Behind the facade of success and happiness, darkness simmered. There were whispers of Jose's controlling nature and Kitty's struggles with addiction. On the night of August 20th, 1989, the seemingly perfect facade of the Menendez family shattered. Lyle and Erik, armed with shotguns, entered the family's Beverly Hills mansion and confronted their parents, Jose and Kitty. Gunshots echoed through the opulent home, leaving Jose and Kitty dead in a scene of unimaginable violence. The brothers then fled the scene, disposing of the weapons along the way. Section 4. Spending Spree and a Confession. In the days and weeks following the murders, Lyle and Erik Menendez embarked on a lavish spending spree. They purchased expensive cars, designer clothes, and luxury watches, seemingly unconcerned about their parents' deaths. Their extravagant spending raised red flags with investigators, who began to suspect the brothers' involvement. Under mounting pressure, Erik confessed his crime to his therapist, Dr. Jerome Oziel. Section 5. The Trials and the Abuse Defense. The Menendez brothers' trials became a media spectacle, captivating the nation and igniting fierce debates about wealth, privilege, and the criminal justice system. The case was not just about the brutal murders of Jose and Kitty Menendez, but also about the complex dynamics within a wealthy family and the lengths to which individuals might go to escape their circumstances. The brothers' defense team argued that Lyle and Erik had acted in self-defense after years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse at the hands of their parents. They painted a harrowing picture of a household filled with fear and torment, where the brothers felt they had no other option but to take drastic measures to protect themselves. The defense brought in expert witnesses to testify about the psychological impact of prolonged abuse, hoping to sway the jury's perception of the brothers' actions. The prosecution painted a different picture, portraying the brothers as cold-blooded killers motivated by greed and a desire to inherit their parents' fortune. They argued that the murders were premeditated and that the brothers had meticulously planned the crime to ensure they would gain control of the family's substantial wealth. The prosecution presented evidence of the brothers' lavish spending in the months following the murders, suggesting that their actions were driven by financial gain rather than fear. The trials were emotionally charged, with both sides presenting compelling arguments and explosive testimony. The courtroom was often filled with tension, as family members, friends, and experts took the stand to share their perspectives. The media coverage added another layer of intensity, with every twist and turn of the case being broadcast to a captivated public. The Menendez brothers' trials not only highlighted the complexities of the legal system, but also sparked a broader conversation about the nature of abuse, the responsibilities of parents, and the lengths to which individuals might go to escape their suffering. Section 6. Life Behind Bars and Public Fascination. After two sensational trials, both ending in hung juries, Lyle and Erik Menendez were convicted of first-degree murder in 1996. The trials were a media circus, capturing the attention of the nation. The brothers, who had brutally killed their parents, became household names. The courtroom was packed with journalists, and every detail of the case was scrutinized by the public. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge's gavel came down with finality, sealing their fate. The sentence was a reflection of the severity of their crime, and it marked the end of a long and grueling legal battle. The brothers have spent the past 3 decades behind bars, their lives forever altered by the tragic events of August 20th, 1989. In prison, they have had to adapt to a new reality, one that is starkly different from their privileged upbringing. They have formed relationships with other inmates, participated in prison programs, and tried to find a sense of normalcy in a place that is anything but normal. The public's fascination with the Menendez brothers has never waned. Their story has been the subject of countless books, documentaries, and television shows. People are drawn to the case because it is a complex and tragic tale of family, wealth, and murder. The Menendez brothers have become a symbol of the dark side of the American dream. Books, documentaries, and television shows continue to explore the case, dissecting the evidence, the motivations, and the enduring mystery that surrounds it. Each new piece of media offers a different perspective, adding to the public's understanding of the case. The Menendez brothers' story is a reminder of the complexities of human nature and the ways in which our actions can have far-reaching consequences. The enduring mystery of the Menendez case lies in the motivations behind the murders. Were the brothers driven by greed, fear, or a combination of both? The case continues to captivate because it raises more questions than it answers. As new generations discover the story, the fascination with the Menendez brothers shows no signs of fading. Section 7. Examining the evidence and motivations. The Menendez brothers' case continues to spark debate and speculation. Some believe that Lyle and Erik were victims of horrific abuse who acted in self-defense, while others maintain that they were motivated by greed. The evidence in the case is complex and often contradictory. While there is some evidence to support the brothers' claims of abuse, the prosecution presented a compelling case that they were driven by a desire for wealth and freedom. The truth, as is often the case, likely lies somewhere in between.